morning, YouTube. So, I wake up with a not live streams, but numerous notifications on various people's YouTube channel about big changes with Uber coming soon. And I said, okay. Then I go down and then I see someone talk about Uber will be implementing a tip option. Tip hop hooray. Tip hop hooray. Oh. So let me tell you. I guess the fat lady must have sung. Hello. And hell must have froze over. And whatever else miraculous thing that could possibly happen with that big announcement in news. Hey, good morning to the one person that's listening. Go ahead and tell me your thoughts about it. But let me tell you what I think about this whole time. And then the biggest news is Kaepernick has resigned. Now, if it took putting an Uber app tip to get him to resign, shit. I guess, the goose has come home to cook. That's for sure. Come on now. Hey, I'm new. Hey, my new friend. Hey, Paula B, how you doing? Thank you for the comment yesterday. I appreciate that. Oops. God dang it. The thing ain't okay. I'm in a zone that's gonna be coming in and out, so I'm gonna just bear with me if it's gonna reconnect because I'm driving. So I know that must be the biggest. I won't say that's the biggest news. The biggest news is still gonna be Amazon buying Whole Foods. That's the biggest business news ever. This news, I would say, is probably somewhat of a lukewarm kind of thing. But by Uber not being a public traded company, that ain't no big deal. That's just something to somebody to write about. But I'm telling you, I'm waiting for the biggest news. The biggest news I'm waiting for in regards to Uber is when Amazon buys Uber. I really think that's going to happen. Somebody's going to buy Uber. Not Lyft. That ain't going to happen. Somebody, I don't know. I just have a feeling Amazon has been on a roll. And this Jeff Bezos, he's known to do some quirky things. He'll buy chains of grocery stores one moment, and then the second thing he'll buy something that's out of left field. He'll acquire companies that you would think that has no logic, but the man has no logic. It's world dominance. So I'm waiting for that news to come about. I told y'all. I said this about 2 months ago that Kaepernick was they're gonna force him to resign. I've said that months ago. I didn't, Uberman and all these other people, so-called Uber experts of the news, they didn't mention that. They did not say it one time in their video. I said it, and I don't have no fancy microphone in front of me either. I don't do fancy editing with my video. Everything is raw. I shoot it as it is. I don't do fancy, little graphics and things on my video. They just come straight from the source on my little iPhone. But let me tell you about my thoughts about, now that Uber is going to implement a tip, but that's not going to change the thoughts of people. That ain't going to change the thoughts of people tipping. Let me tell you, I worked with Postmates, Grubhub, DoorDash. I'm doing Instacart. I did Ship. and Uber Eats. I probably did all the platforms, or most of it, yeah, pretty much. And let me tell you, out of all those deliveries that I've done, out of all that, picking up food, dropping people off, and picking up groceries, and for whatever else, I would say the percentage of people, and this is when the tip option is available on those other apps, out of 10 people, say out of 10 people, right? I would say 3 out of 10 people would tip. 30% of the people would tip. And out of that 30% of people's going to tip, when there was a tip option on the app in the first place, usually it's going to be anywhere around $5. I'm gonna tell y'all now, it ain't gonna be, don't expect some big miraculous increase of income when it comes to tipping. Now, I'm not saying I don't agree with tips, or I don't like tips, because you know me, you know, on my videos, I used to ask for my tips right up front when I did Grubhub. I sit right there and I asked for those tips. I said, excuse me, you indicated cash tip on the app? I sure did. Then you come across with these little cheap Negroes, you know, who like, I lifting on the app. You know, you ain't lift shit on the app. I could read, you know. And then, so I'm gonna tell y'all now, it ain't gonna be, I mean, you're driving people around and everything else, but let me tell you, they ain't gonna stop that pool. They not gonna stop the pool, the Uber pool. Nope, that ain't going nowhere. Why would I stop the pool? You know, they not gonna do that. People gonna still choose that option. They gonna still choose that cheap Uber pool deal, and I'm gonna share a ride. You know, they gonna still do that. They are not gonna get rid of that. So, what are we gonna do now? Do another movement, Uber pool? No more? No. Man, please. They're gonna get as much of their fees that they possibly gonna get. And don't be surprised that they implement that service fee. Now, let me talk about these service fees. It's coming from a Instacart point of view. Now, Instacart, it does the same thing. If anything, they worse. They will put a service fee on top of the groceries that people already pay for. Then some of them have a membership. The membership is anywhere from $99 to $149. So not only do you pay a membership now I'm talking about Instacart, of $99 and $149, on top of that, they put a service fee in the cost on the app. So as a shopper, you're going around picking up groceries, delivering the groceries, driving in the rain, doing all kinds of things, lugging up groceries on some steps, going up to, you know, you're getting a delivery fee, and then you get 40 cents an item. And I'm not talking about if someone bought 20 cases of water, you get 40 cents for 20 items. 20 cases of water, if it's light, is considered one item. So if people buy 40 cases of water, that's 40 cents. And say you're in a zone that pays, say, $10. So you're only gonna get $10.40 and no tip. But the customer will be charged a service fee, and the tip option be hidden where they thinking, they see a service fee, and then it says please give a ranking, and then it says additional tip. They put that word additional as if the service fee goes to the driver, or to the shopper rather. So for months, I've done Instacart since February. Now Now, I was getting some very good tips when I was in certain areas, but a lot of times I say, you know what, I feel that I should be making way more money and getting way more money in tips. What's going on? So when I started to, people started talking about, did they tell you about the service fee? I don't know what y'all talking about. Then I joined this Facebook group maybe a couple months ago. You know, because I don't have Facebook on my phone. So I've been kind of not really getting on Facebook like that. Maybe just to, you know, check on the family page or whatever. But other than that, I wasn't on Facebook. I don't even have Instagram or nothing like that. So they started talking about this service fee. And a lot of customers were in the impression the service fee went to the driver, to the shopper. And then the service fee was optional, and in lieu of paying a service fee, the shopper could opt out of that and pay a tip. But people were promoting that verbally while I was working the zones. Some people even made up flyers about, you don't have to pay the service fee, and we don't get paid the service fee in lieu of the tip, save on your groceries. And I said to myself, you know what, I don't think I want to do that, because, you know, Instacart may say that you're breaking your contract if you do such thing. But people were doing it. Then they got caught on to some customers. It's like, well, they felt that's not fair. Hey, 4 people, I'll read your messages later if y'all bid it, because I don't see anything pop up yet. Look at my hair. Why my hair so... See, I took my hair out of the bun. I can't control it. Why? Yes, I can. But anyway, so this service fee that Instacart been implementing when they changed their app, a lot of customers were like not tipping. Prior to the service fee, Instacart, people were tipping, and it was pretty good money. Because people were tipping, and a lot of people made a lot of money. They implemented a service fee. All of a sudden, a lot of people didn't tip. Now, I have a feeling with Uber, they're going to do the same thing. Number one, let me give you my reasons. Number one, they already had let go about 20-something people or engineers or whatever. They left. Now, if you think that cabinet resigning, what you think those people are going to do? If I was an engineer and I was making 6 figures and I was doing all this work, do you think that as a software developer, engineer, where there's a great deal of demand for the type of job I do, that I'm going to stick around with Uber? No. Because why would I stick around when there's such a major shakeup like that? The CEO is gone. Some board members resigned. That's a red flag. That's a red flag right there. Then putting a Uber app, said, oh, we are now going to put a tip option, because they've lost all these drivers. People have turned off their app, and now they know that, okay, let's go ahead and put a tip option. Let me tell you, they ain't put no tip option because they feel sorry and we want to thank the drivers for your hard work and you're the backbone of the company. Man, please. They put that tip option on there, it's because something's about to brew in the background. They're about to put that. They're about to either want to sell Uber to hopefully Amazon, and this is my speculation, but coming from the business world and coming from my experience of working on Wall Street in the past, my other life, where I used to be, when I was in my 20s or so, I used to work on Wall Street, Shearson Lehman and all these big, Wall Street firms. All of them went out of business, went under, or did some major mergers. But let me tell you, Uber is either somebody's gonna buy Uber. I don't know who it's gonna be. I'm suspecting it's gonna be Amazon. Amazon's gonna buy Uber, and I won't be shocked and I won't be surprised. That's the biggest news. Facebook, nah. Mark Zuckerberg, no, maybe not. Maybe the other option that's going to happen is once this lawsuit of them stealing the ideas for the automobile or these automated cars or whatever, I think in part of that settlement, and depending on how much money they're gonna get in that lawsuit, or maybe they'll settle. Maybe at that point they'll settle. They'll simply Google may acquire Uber. Google may acquire Uber, and let me tell you why I think that is so. If Amazon acquired Whole Foods, and he's possibly wanting to expand another division, because comes grocery shopping, it's not about customers just driving up to the grocery store and getting their groceries and paying on the app and then go about their business. Somebody's going to have to change the game about the delivery. Who's going to deliver those groceries? Who's going to deliver the fast food? Who's going to deliver the McDonald's and all that stuff? That's it right there. That is it. I'm telling y'all. McDonald's is a $1 billion company. Uber acquired McDonald's to do their food delivery, right? They hooked up with the $1 billion company in the worldwide. Now I'm not sure. I'm quite sure Uber and McDonald's in other countries is Uber Eats even exists in those other countries to pick up McDonald's. I don't know. I don't think so. But that is the missing link puzzle behind that whole thing. Now that Kaepernick is no longer the CEO, he resigned, and he holds the majority shares of Uber. Just because you resign from a company don't mean you still don't make money out of it. He still has a financial stake in Uber. If Uber was to ever go public, he holds the majority of the shares. He could be big, he could be just as big or almost as bigger than, say, Facebook, or maybe he may be almost as big as Amazon. If Uber ever becomes public, he holds the majority of the shares. He will in fact be a billionaire. See, right now they value Uber. Valuation of a company don't mean nothing. That's just a speculation. They just, say, okay, well, we think we're gonna appraise Uber as X amount of money. That's not where the money comes from. Money is made is when you go become a public traded company. Once you become a public traded company, they had to think in that boardroom, what are we going to do with Travis? We want to become a public traded company. So he had to resign. They first say, okay, let's go give you but let me tell you, that resignation, sure, that temporary, first it was temporary, okay, well, maybe it'll be about three months leave of absence. But you're finding amazing how the minute Amazon had bought Whole Foods, how all of a sudden, a couple days later, see, they didn't do it the next day. They didn't say, okay, they waited a couple of days because they didn't want to stir up any big thing. See, Amazon buying Whole Foods stole the limelight out of Uber and held that resignation for a week. No, less than a week. Because Amazon bought out Whole Foods. That happened on Friday. So here it is, Wednesday. They waited. Because prior to that, I'm telling you, prior to Amazon buying Whole Foods, Travis Kalanick's position was, oh, I'm temporarily going to step down. It was temporary. They said, oh, maybe 3 months. When the news broke, when Amazon bought Whole Foods, it became talk of Wall Street, talk of MSNBC, all of the financial news, all over the internet. And then they waited 3 days. 3 days they waited. 4 days. Let's give them 4. But 3 to 4 days. Then they made that announcement about, oh, we're gonna do the tips, and we're gonna do. And Kalanick is also is quit. I'm telling y'all, all those people up there in the San Francisco and Technology Row, or whatever you want to call it, all of those people had it. Trust me, ain't nobody want to run no Uber. They do not want to run Uber. They don't. They don't want the headache, because they got too much they need to fix. So I'm gonna tell y'all, transportation and food goes hand in hand. Transportation and food, I'm gonna say this again, transportation and food goes hand in hand. 2 things people always in the world would need: transportation and food. You know, you need trucks, you need vehicles to transfer food to the distribution centers, transfer the food to the supermarkets. Same thing with fast food restaurants. Trucks, you need to transport the food to the restaurants. You need transportation food to go to the house. Think about it. I bet y'all $100. I'm gonna give it 6 months to 9 months. Somebody's gonna buy Uber. Someone's gonna buy Uber, and that company's within a year is going to be, thank you, is going to be on the exchange. If I want to buy some stocks, I will buy stocks in anything relating to groceries and transportation. That's it. I will buy stock. Matter of fact, when I get home tonight, I'm going to go and open an account, and I'm going to go and buy me some shares of Amazon. Now, I may not afford 100 shares or whatever, but just a small number of shares in Amazon. And I'm also going to look into buying some shares in some other, maybe McDonald's maybe one. And I'm going to buy me some other shares in some, I'm going to find out some Indian companies, you know, see who's in that. That's what I'm going to do. And when Amazon or Facebook or one of Google, it's not, I don't think Facebook gonna buy Amazon Uber. I think either Amazon's gonna buy Uber, or it's going to be Google's gonna get Amazon if that lawsuit settlement goes through for stealing their automated cars. That's it. That is it. You know, they could give a damn about drivers getting tips. I'll tell y'all that for sure. they put that little, I didn't get no email because they already deleted my app. They told me I can do Uber Eats and whatever, but shoot, they'll come back around. They'll send me, you get an email. Oh, we see that, we apologize, and, we would like for you to come back and be a driver and da-da-da-da, And all those bonuses they think they be trying to give away, they ain't giving no dang bonuses. People be trying to make videos and trying to say, oh, drive for Uber, it's the best thing, and you get a bonus, and man, please. Bye. I'm not trying to be fooling nobody about no dang bonus. Why the hell I want to get a bonus? I hope y'all saving those dang bonuses to pay that dang estimated taxes that's due in a couple of days. I hope y'all doing that. Because I will tell you now, half the year is almost here. January, February, March, April, May, June. Yep, half the year is almost gone. Can you believe it? At the end of June, 6 months has passed. And I hope y'all saved up some money to pay that dang taxes. I know I sure have to. I know I have to, but let me tell you, that tips, those tip options on that Uber, now we have to change the minds of these cheap ass customers who want to get in your car. Let me tell you right now, and y'all may get mad at me for saying it, and most black folks, we don't, I ain't saying we, because I tip people. Most black folks, they ain't gonna tip, they gonna get in the damn car, and they gonna be cheap as hell, and they gonna sit up there and give a $1 or $2 tip. Then you're gonna get those, because it's the same thing with the dang deliveries of food. Black folks don't tip for shit. The majority of black folks, they don't know how to tip. That's gonna be a dang cursing out. And then, let me tell you, then you're gonna get those people who gonna do Uber pool. They're not gonna tip. I mean, what you think when they start seeing those dang fares going to I don't know if they're gonna increase the fares. I don't know. I guess put it this way: if you increase the fares and the fares are too high, then people are gonna be like, I don't want to do Uber. It's too much money. I might as well take the MARTA or take public transportation or walk or whatever the hell they're gonna do. I don't know, because I ain't doing it. Then you're gonna get those when school comes back. All those college students come back in September, in the fall. You know how they gonna do? They not gonna my hair's growing back. Anyway, they not gonna tip. They gonna give that $1, $2 tip. And I know a lot of people say, oh, it adds up. That $1, $2 tips, it'll add up. Man, please. That $1, $2 tip is gonna be all the money you're gonna put back in the gas in your car when you try to compete. Because let me tell you, see, now that they tip, everybody's gonna run. And that's the only way how I promote Uber. I'll promote Uber for drivers and get that little bonus, but I'm not gonna drive. I'll sit, and people may say, well, I'm not gonna use your code if you don't drive. For what? Why would I need to drive? People, I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that one bit, because you're gonna create competition. I'm not gonna create competition. I'm gonna drive, but yet they're gonna have a whole bunch of new drivers driving along, and then you're gonna have to compete for those same customers that you want to pick up and get some tips, or you hope you get a tip. Man, please. I'm not gonna be, I went to dang Golden Corral yesterday after my job interview for dinner or lunch. And let me tell you what this young girl did. She was, when you go to Golden Corral and after you get your tray and it says, oh, would you like anything to drink? They the ones that give you the drinks. Oh, I like water, tea, or soda or whatever. And they give you the, that's all you do. That's all she do all day is fill up the cups with tea, water, and soda. And she, and I like her hustle. She was like, she had a little old tip thing, some plastic thing says, "Give me tips." And she asked for the tip right up. She says, "I'd like a tip. I appreciate a tip." What did she say? She didn't say, "I appreciate a tip," or "Help me out. I need some tips. I appreciate, give me some tips." And she pointed right onto the thing. I looked. I said, "Girl, you know what? I work in a service industry too, where I get, where I make money on relying on tips." And I gave her $1. That girl ain't did nothing but gave me 1 cup of water and a cup of punch. But she asked for the tip. What can I say? Now, I could have ignored her and be like, "Girl, please." And kept on going down the aisle and paid for that $14 meal for the, order I got. But she asked. She simply asked. And she didn't even say, "May I have a tip? Give me a tip. I need some tips. And help me out." That's what she said. "Oh, help me out. I need some tips." And she had a little tips. It says, "Tips." And that was it. I don't even think she said thank you. I mean, she did say thank you. But she didn't, but that was how she did it. And I was like, okay, here you go. Gave her $1. And the other 2 people behind me, there was a young couple. And she didn't say nothing to them. And I said to her, "Aren't you going to ask them and hustle them out of the tip the way you did to me?" And she looked and laughed. And I told the people behind me, "Oh, go ahead and leave her a tip." And when we got off the line and I went back to go to the bar, I saw those 2 couples. I said, "Oh, did y'all leave her a tip?" Yes, ma'am, we left her a tip." Boy, let me tell you. I said, so now what y'all need to do, my father used to drive a cab in New York, the yellow cab. What y'all do is, I know when Uber Lady Charlotte came to visit and they had those little paddle things, now that there's a tip option on the app, you can sit there and put, "Please include tip," to close out your app. Don't even ask for a tip. Just tell them that you want a tip. Because if you leave an open-ended question, "May I have a tip?" they're going to say no. "No, I ain't got no change." That's the first thing going to come out. "I ain't got no change." But now you got a tip and pay with the card on the app. Thank you for your tips. It is appreciated. See, that statement doesn't say it's optional. It's basically saying that before you get your receipt, when you hit that button that your car's going to be charged, the tip option is going to be, you're going to get a tip. Now, I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't know if it's going to be a percentage. I don't know if it's going to be like $5, $10, $15, or is it going to be an option where you put anything you want? I don't know. I'm just curious to see what's going to happen with that. But I'm going to tell you, that it's going to be an interesting thing. And I hope Uber doesn't try to trick people and put service fee and fare, and then people thinking, "Oh, okay, I already paid the service fee, so why I got a tip?" I'm telling you, they're gonna do something. They're gonna put some tricky words. They're gonna be some tricky words. They're gonna put service fee, and people gonna think, "Oh, they're doing a service, so that's the service fee, and the driver's getting paid that." I'm telling you, they're gonna put that out there and do some foolery, plain up foolery. I just know it. It's gonna happen. And go back to this video when I start making this, when I make that comment, and watch. It's gonna roll out and people gonna be like complaining about that. Uber putting a service fee, and then you're gonna have to sit there and you're gonna have to explain to people, oh, the driver, we don't get the service fee, that's goes to Uber, blah blah blah. And then you're gonna have to explain that to people. But the good thing about it, you ain't gotta do a whole lot of talking. You just make these little signs, you know, prepare to make some laminated little signs, and everybody's gonna start having their little tip things on their car, in the back of their cover seats. I know one thing, hell will freeze over. But I guess if hell froze over for Uber to put a tip option, I guess maybe I'll start driving people around. But I need to get my car clean. All that's driving around with food, and you know, I need to get my inside of my car and straighten out my outside vehicle again to pick up people. But I don't know. I doubt it. I'm supposed to be hearing back soon from SunTrust, and I'll hear from them pretty soon for the next steps with regards to the paperwork. And I may not even have time to be doing Uber, driving people around. I doubt that I'll do that. Besides, the minute I start working again, I'm gonna trade this car in and get me another car. So that's one thing I'm gonna be doing. I'm not gonna buy a brand new car. I'm gonna buy me a used. I'm gonna either get me like an SUV or something like that. But it's time for me to get another car. And I'm gonna still do Instacart. Do that, you know, build back up my savings and use that money I make to start making some investments. And that's it. Oh, I've been on here for 35 minutes. I'm quite sure I have a lot of comments that's been made because I can't read them. Come on, people. Alright, I'm back. Some stupid company about this extending my warranty keeps calling me. How many times I gotta put 0 or whatever the option is to put on the do not call list? Call me one more time. One more time. I'm gonna file me an FCC complaint. Keep track of. I'm gonna put all the dates and times that they keep calling me, and then find out who keeps calling me, and then I'm gonna sue them because you're not gonna keep calling me over some scam, over some extended warranty. What the hell am I gonna get an extended warranty on a to cover 150,000 miles on a car or a vehicle? Ain't nothing but a scam. You know, I remember watching this American Greed. They had a person who did that. They started this company where they was offering extended warranties on your car, and they claimed that they would make that you could get coverage of a warranty on fixing transmission and all this kind of stuff. And then when it turned around, they collected all this money and they lived a lavish lifestyle. You should have seen the person. He had like all these luxury cars, bought a mansion, and went on these expensive, exclusive trips, and turned around, it was a scam. And he had set up a call center where people would call, just talk about, oh, we got extended warranty, blah blah, you know, nothing but a scam. And then people turn around and says, oh, I bought me a car, and I keep seeing this same guy every day walking. I mean, all kinds of things. I mean, I could leave to go home, I see him walking, but I see him walking every day. Boy, I wish I had me one of those cameras that I could kind of show things that I be seeing. But he walks every day. And this is a long ass parkway. I wonder how many miles he do. One day I'm just gonna pull to the side and kind of ask him. I said, I'm just curious. He probably, but that's good though. Oh. Ooh, I need some apple cider vinegar. That's what's gonna kill that off your arm. You know when you start having like your throat start feeling sore, or you feel like something's coming on. Apple cider vinegar will just clear all that up. I had soaked my feet yesterday in some apple cider vinegar. Boy, my feet felt so relaxed and smooth. That apple cider vinegar, sure, because my feet was getting a little bit too rough. It would get a little bit too rough. You put your feet in that apple cider vinegar, and it does miracles. I tell you. Oh, it's 11 o'clock. Let me see if Alright, y'all, I'm back. I had to make sure my app for Instacart was refreshed so it could pick up for me to get some orders. And I didn't work yesterday, because I had my interview, and I was like, it was pouring down, raining like cats and dogs in Atlanta. And so I'm just waiting for that phone call now from SunTrust, from the recruiter. So they probably have to do some things, because there was several people that was interviewing yesterday. It was some other positions as well. One was a personal banker. I applied for the universal personal banker, and they hiring at various different locations. So, but I know that late afternoon they had a meeting. So I guess they told me that they had to be on a conference call at 4:15, and then I guess at that point I'll probably hear something back sometime today. I'm gonna be so happy when I get that call. Whew. But it probably take I'm gonna ask one of the SunTrust personnel at the Publix. I'm gonna ask them, get some inside scoop. But I'm gonna still do this Instacart thing, I'm gonna still do it. I like doing it, Instacart. I really do. Sometimes it get on your nerves, but you know what? Like I said, all you can do is the best job you could do with these customers, and then when it comes to these tips. But I'm tell you have to ask for the tip. And it's the way you say it. And this is the way you say it. Let me tell you what I say with Instacart. When I drop off the groceries, I would say, I appreciate any positive feedback on the app. And at the end, you'll get a survey, and I appreciate anything that you wish to give. Something like that. It depends. I don't say the same exact words, but I always say thank you for your service, and I appreciate any positive feedback on the app. And also to let you know, the service fee is optional. So in lieu of the service fee, you could wish to leave a gratuity. That's it. I don't make up no flyers. Some people talk about, I don't make flyers, put in the customer's bag. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Because one thing, nobody wants no extra stuff in their bag. At least I know I wouldn't want no extra stuff in the bag, so don't do it. Oh, I am here. I ain't getting no orders yet, but you know, it'll come. It'll make no difference. Whew. Oh Lord. But I am so curious to see the first customer that's going to leave an app on the Uber app. Who is it going to be? It's going to be Uber Eats Charlotte. No, that's once it gets implemented in the city. But I like to see somebody make a video like that. The first person who gets a tip from the app, y'all should make that as a milestone video and show it to the whole entire YouTube. I bet you get like 10,000 channels, 10,000 views. Make that first app, make that first video, and mark the date and the time. Say on this day at this time, I got my first tip on the Uber app. That would be a historical moment. For real. You know? Maybe I'll go ahead and go back and do Uber and do that one ride. You know, just that ceremonial. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get my car nice and cleaned. And then I'm going to drive around, I'm going to turn on my Uber app and pick up a passenger. And that very first customer I get, once the Uber says they can now tip in Atlanta, and I'm going to get that first tip and I'm going to record it. And then I'm going to retire. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to retire from Uber, from driving people. Because right now I'm on that, you know, sabbatical of saying I don't want to do people anymore because I've been doing food deliveries for so long. And, you know, doing food deliveries, you know, I have all these little bags, stuff in my back seat of the car, and you know, the car hasn't been really nice and detailed lately. So I do need to do that before I get anybody in the car. But I'm gonna take that little retirement ride. Pick up that one customer and retire. Retire from driving Uber. But, you know, my 1 year of doing Uber is going to be coming up at the end of July 25th. Yep, I think it was July 25th. July 25th. And I'm going to start from the house, too, where I first began. I remember my first Uber person. Well, it's supposed to be the first person. They was at Mountain Oaks, the subdivision, and silly me. At the time, I didn't have a data plan on my phone. Well, I did have a data plan. I didn't know something silly I didn't know how to do. I had the internet, unlimited data plan for the internet, but I think I didn't know how to turn it on for the data plan, for the app. And I was wondering, what's going on? Why I couldn't get anything? And then, you know, so I had the first customer to ride, was to go and pick them up, and I went to the house, and, you know, I was like, where are they? I don't see them, and then I had, I didn't know how to do it. And then I turned it off and went back home, and I was like, man. But after I got my first ride of picking somebody up, it was pretty easy peasy since then. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. You know, I ain't gotta go to the airport. I ain't gotta go downtown. You know, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna take that one last ride, pick up that one last customer, and get that one tip on the app. Then I'm gonna retire. So, but let me go in this public, see what's going on. I don't want to sit in this car. Hopefully it won't be such a steamy hot day today. Maybe it won't be raining cats and dogs like it was for the last several days. But yeah, I still got one person hanging on. Thank you, that one person. I know I have a break in between today, so I'm gonna go to the gym. There's a LA Fitness right up the street too. There's one in, it's like Sugarloaf Parkway. I'm gonna go there. I said I'm gonna start taking an hour break in between, or a 2-hour break in between, so I won't be sitting here for so long, not getting any orders. And then when it picks up, when I could go to the gym, work out, start going back to working out again. Seems like a lot of people doing grocery shopping. And then I almost forgot, it's almost 4th of July. So at the end of this week, no, not this week. What's the day? 22? Next weekend? That'll be something to see. I'm curious. See so many people gonna be doing 4th of July. I'm supposed to be going to a family reunion. Well, there's supposed to be a family reunion next weekend, but I don't know. I gotta see, because if I start my new job, oh, look at this display. Let me show you. They just put all the Coca-Cola products out like this. Let me turn my back. Look at this, y'all. They got a whole tower of Coca-Cola. Look how they got that thing set up. Buy 2, get 2 free. Lord. And then they got Pringles. Buy 1, get 1 free. And this whole display of chips. Now let me tell y'all about Instacart with the BOGOs. The BOGOs don't necessarily apply when you shop Instacart. You have to ask for two of the items. Let me go ahead and speak to my little SunTrust people real quick. Yeah, yesterday I tell you when I came here the other day with that interview I had with SunTrust.
Yeah.
They were pretty good.
Good. Where'd you interview at?
Yeah, nope.
Their jobs had too much control over their life.
And that's all they did. And then you have to beg, oh, we get overtime, please get overtime. And then
Beg for overtime?
Yeah, at one point, the government don't have no money. They don't have any money to do it. And then they have it backed up. Then they're like, oh, we behind. Then you sitting here stressed out doing, Yeah, it's no quality of life. The benefits is no more better than any other company with benefits.
Yeah.
The Congress controls what they spend. So every year when you get your renew your insurance, you're like, God dang. You paying, for the health and dental and all that stuff. You're like, where's my check? Where's my money? You ain't getting paid no money. I'm sorry.